Okay, this is number 12 from the summer review number 7, and got quite a few parts here. First of all, it says circle O has center O at 2.4 and point P 8.7. So we could graph that just to see it. And this is point P. I guess I should label that. This is point P. Oh, I'm sorry, O, the center. And this is the point P that's on the circle. All right. And 2, 4. There's my coordinate 2, 4, and my coordinate 8, 7. And first of all, I want you to find the radius. So the radius would be just the length of this segment here. And it is a circle, so I guess I could graph that just to see what it looks like. So I use a compass here and set my radius to be that. I think it has to go out just a little bit more. There we go. And then we just make a circle like this. And there you go. So I think you can see the circle there. Try to get it in with pencil so it's not too dark. This is my old compass that I had from when I took drafting in college, just before they had computers. We had to get all these triangles and different curves and compass, and we do a lot of stuff like that. So there's your circle. You can pretty much see it. All right. And then this is the radial segment, so we want to find the length of that radius. So we just want to find the length of this segment, which is basically the distance between these 2 points, so we can use the distance formula. So what's the distance formula look like? Remember the distance formula, that equals the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. And my points here would be x1, I'm sorry, y1, x2, y2. So I'll just put those points in. That's going to be 2, 4 and 8, 7. And I'll label those points so I'll know where to put them in the formula. So I'll call that x1, y1, and x2, y2. Then we just put that in the distance formula. And that'll give me the length. And we can call that length OP. The length, just OP, which is just the length of that segment OP. And that equals the distance, which equals the square root. And I'll write down my formula, then I'll put my data in. Okay, so put a negative there and a negative there. And then once we label the points here, it's real easy. X2 is 8. X1 is 2. Y2 is 7. Y1 is 4. And then we just work that out. 8 minus 2 is 6 squared. 7 minus 4 is 3 squared. So that's just 36 plus 9, which equals the square root of 45. Or if we want to simplify, the square root of 9 times 5, which is equal to 3 times the square root of 5. Okay, so there's your radius. So that's A. And then B, find the equation of the circle. Remember, equation of a circle. The general equation would be x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals r squared, where the center is the point AB. Sometimes they call it HK. All right, so that's our general form. Well, we have the center of the circle. The circle is centered at 2, 4, so the equation of the circle would be x minus 2 squared plus y minus 4 squared equals, and the radius would be square root of 45 squared would just be 45. So that's our equation of the circle. So that's the B part. That's pretty easy. And then find the equation of the tangent line to the circle at point P. Now, what's the tangent line going to look like to the circle at point P? Well, the tangent line is a line that's going to touch the circle. And remember from geometry, at the point of tangency, that line will be perpendicular to the radial segment. You have to remember that. That's kind of important. So I draw the tangent line at point P. I want to make sure that this angle is 90 degrees, which it looks pretty close to that. I want to make sure that this is a right angle here. We could actually construct it. It was a compass, but we'll just eye it there. And there's my tangent line. Goes in both directions, and we'll call that L. We call it the tangent line L. So that would be L. And we know that this is going to be a right angle. So we want to find out what that is. And we're kind of doing the graphing anyway as we go along. So how do we find the equation of the line? Well, first of all, we know that since these are perpendicular, the slope of this line will be the negative reciprocal of the slope of this line. So let's find the slope of OP. Let's go back over here. So letter C. So we want to find the slope of segment OP. And remember, the slope is equal to y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. And these are the points from OP again. We have these already up here. So I can just, I've already labeled those, so I can just put those in the slope formula. Y2 is 7, because again, this is O. Could have labeled these. This is O. And this is P. So that's OP. All right. So let's see. So y2 is 7, and y1 is 4, and x2 is 8, and x1 is 2. So what we've got there, well, 7 minus 4 is 3 over 6, so it's 1/2. Now the slope of the line that's perpendicular, that's the slope of our tangent line. And with the perpendicular to OP, that's the negative reciprocal of that, so that would be, we could just say -2. So there's our slope, and the point that we're looking for is the point that's on P, which is 8, 7. And it goes through point P, which is 8, 7. So now we have the point and the slope, so we can use the point slope form to find the equation of that tangent line. Okay, so that's going to be, remember the slope, point slope form, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So y minus equals x minus, and then we'll just substitute in. So our slope is -2. Remember the negative reciprocal of the radius there, and our point, I can call this x1, y1 in this case. So y1 will be 7, and x1 will be 8. And we can leave it like that, that's fine, that's the slope. equation. That's an equation of line. If we want to simplify it, we could simplify it. We could say y minus 7 equals negative 2x plus 16, and then add 7 to both sides, so we would get y equals negative 2x plus 23. There we go. So that would also be in the y form. But this is fine. Once you have it like that, that's good to go. So that's the equation of the line that's tangent to the circle O. So that's the equation of this line here. And if you look at the intercept, it looks like the slope is negative 2. Looks like I'm going down 2 over 2, something like down 2 over 1, excuse me. And it looks like the intercept, if I brought this all the way up, it looks like I'd probably get up to 23. Okay? So that's A, B, and C.